St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, so moving forward. We just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. A blessed and wonderful good afternoon to all our St. Martin family and our SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Barry, alongside your co-host, Mr. Julian Rolax Jr. Call up a family member, call up someone, tell them it's another beautiful day right here on the friendly island of St. Martin. It's time to tune into SOS Radio 95.9 FM for another awesome program of Strictly Business. Before we get started, we always like to thank and shout out to all of our sponsors. So if you want to do some great grocery shopping today or during the week, you got to go right there to Illidge Road and visit the Aki Supermarket. The Aki Supermarket is located right there at Illidge Road for all your grocery shopping needs today. Also, if you want to go on Hispaniola Road, Arch Road, you got Supreme Supermarket right there open on road number 1. They're located right there on the Arch Road for all your grocery shopping in that area as well, the Supreme Supermarket. And if you want that fresh haircut for the ladies, the guys, also for the kids, right down the Illidge Road as well, we got the Los Mejores Barbershop for that fresh haircut. And if you're thinking movies, you got to think the number 1 spot, that's the Video Block. Located right there in French Quarter for all the latest movies. Get them loaded on your USB, your hard drive, your smartphone. The only place you can get 30 movies loaded for only $30. They're open from Monday to Saturday, 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. So if you're thinking movies, think the Video Block. Also have a very nice selection of PS4 games as well. And if you want that home entertainment system, that surround sound for your car, you got to go and visit the number 1 spot, the Bold Chance Electronics Store, located right there on the front street for all your laptops and computers as well. We also like to thank GEBE, our water and electricity company. GB, we thank you so much for your continued support. And for all your apartments or commercial spaces, number 1 place to give a call is J&J Properties. Call them today at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties, 588-1216. And now it's time for some delicious food. We got some spots for you. We got Jerky's Tiki Hut right there on the Illidge Road for some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs. We also got Jerky's Tiki Hut by the Plaza Casino. And not forgetting right there on the Pondville, you got the original Fat Boy Jimmy for that great tasting food. Also, we have Stasha's Restaurant. They are located right there next to Aki Supermarket for some great food. You can give them a call at 550-9108 or 524-9834. That is Stasha's. 550-9108 or 524-9834. Another delicious spot for you, we got the Caribbean Feisty Flavors for that authentic Caribbean taste. They are located right there next to the Daily Herald on the Bush Road, road number 24. Look out for the red umbrellas. They also specialize in locally made delicious puncha creamers. So go there and get that taste of delicious puncha creamers. They're open from Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and close on Sundays. They also do delivery service. You can give them a call at 554-7676 or 0690-180903. That is Caribbean Feisty Flavors, 554-7676 or 0690-180903. That's it for our sponsors. Thank you so much, and thank you for the St. Martin people for always tuning in. Brother Rolax, good afternoon.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm blessed.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
We here, we the building.
The world, brother.
How you keeping?
Not too bad. How you keeping?
Productive week?
Yeah, the week was great.
That's important.
Vacation is almost over for the kids. It's almost over for the kids.
Fast, huh?
Yeah, it's really fast.
Happened fast this year.
So
it felt fast.
We have to go a little bit in that. How's business, brother? How you doing?
Business is moving along. Summertime's always kind of quiet, but that's how it is. You gotta roll with the punches.
Why do you think it's a bit quiet in summertime?
Most people, they off island.
Yeah.
They leave. They try to travel with the family, try to go somewhere else and see the sights.
Okay.
As you can see, we don't have much cruise ships either this time. It's unfortunate.
It's kind of quiet. Yeah. Bro,
but the weather is hot though.
I was just gonna tell you that, boy. The weather is so hot these days.
Yeah.
Why you think it's so hot, man? I mean, it's really hot.
Well, we know there's a lot of factors playing into that.
Yeah.
And that ain't gonna change no time soon. Huh?
Yeah, boy.
Every year it's gonna get hotter and hotter. You could call it climate change, whatever you want to call it.
Right?
It's gonna get hotter and hotter.
Yeah. You know, Brian, yesterday I went out with my wife and my mother, and some family. We had a nice conversation. Let me take back from last week our program. We was talking on different issues, and I want to fall back on it that to be continued because it was really, really hot, and we have to finish that. I don't know if you see what happened in Puerto Rico, Brian, with all the people coming out. About 1 million people came out and tell the governor that he has to go.
But what I heard about it, I heard the little details, some kind of conversation, some kind of text or something.
Some text that he wrote.
Discovered.
It was a bit racial.
Okay.
And the text said that he was saying that the people was exaggerating. They really suffered during the hurricane.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
but the point why I want to bring is, Brian, how the people came out together,
and
you know, and they send a message. Because for you to get 1 million people together is not easy, bro. You know, and I would just want to say for us to see, you know, we gotta stay together, brother. We gotta when we have to stand for something, we have to stand together.
Yeah.
You know, we stand together because if you can't stand for nothing, then
You fall for anything.
you fall for anything.
Correct.
You know, so that's a great message for anybody who don't know. Go on YouTube and just type in Puerto Rico standing, Puerto Rico whatever. It will come up for sure. And you will see a lot of people together in the roads. You know, they had even cruise ships, Brian, had to turn back.
Wow.
Because there was so much people.
Yeah, I saw a picture. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was really massive.
Looked like a carnival.
Yeah.
Did you
you know,
on it?
and like
Wow.
we was talking yesterday, and somebody said the only time we in Samantha can come together is carnival and jump up time. You know,
Party time.
Party time. You know, and when you see these things, you be like, wow, these people are really, really, really together and united. Because for you to do that, brother, it had to start from somewhere to get all these people together and for them to come out. But as to show you, in these countries, when you're in power, you have to be very, very careful. You know, you can't be in power and they get you drunk. Or they get
you can't say what you want, do what you
say
want.
what you want,
Hold
do
you
what you
accountable.
want. They will really, really hold you accountable, and they will basically send you home. You know, they will basically send you home. So that is a what is your feeling?
And that was the position. That was the governor, right?
Yeah, it was a high position in
High
politics. You know, because I don't really know how their system is
set up,
they're set up, because over here the governor is somebody who's appointed.
Yeah.
You know, but it's political. You
As
know,
well.
it's political. People vote them in there, and anyway, they didn't like what he did, and he had to go.
Yeah.
Had to
So
resign.
Awesome is a great example to see that still the power lies with the people.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes across borders. You know, that doesn't stop there. It shows us here as well. The power lies with the people.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow, the people decide. Listen, here we have an issue that we really, really can't accept. You know, it just needs one or two to do a proper organizing of the issue, and the people will come out and support.
Yeah.
People just need to be well informed what's going on, what's happening, and the people will show their support.
And the person there has to leave.
Yeah.
You know, and what we was talking about last week, then, Ryan, I remember. I just want to go back on that. Is about our youths, especially now that we're leaving the vacation.
Vacation, summertime.
Brian, it really, really hurts me up to this day. I'm in St. Martin and our sports. Brian, you give me a little feedback, please, on the past of the sports in St. Martin come up, because you was raised here. Give me a little bit on how it was.
You gotta put in perspective, right? The sports has always been around and it has always been there. The difference is, even like you were saying Curacao, whatnot, the difference is who's in charge. You understand? That's where the difference is, because growing up, I could remember back in MPC, even before that, you had particular people in the society that they took that to heart. They took that to heart too, whether it's basketball, softball, football, you know. They always looked for the schools, because there's where the children are. They always came into the schools, whether it was a coach for a school or whatever, but they always make sure the schools merge together when it comes to sports. I could remember I didn't really like football while I was playing football, because it seemed something exciting to do as a child, and they brought it at the forefront. You play softball, you play basketball, you play volleyball. Back in those days in schools, you was a project of every single sport. You wasn't specializing in none. You maybe later on in life found out what you really loved. But when it came to sport, any particular sport.
But how was it at the
taking part.
fields? I mean, how was it?
The facilities wasn't as good as we have now. You know, but I could always remember going way back. The sports auditorium, as it is, was always there.
You used to play basketball? Or?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. The auditorium, you played basketball, you played volleyball. Raul Illich was always there. It's different design. You played football.
They had a sports,
certain fields.
a baseball, little league.
Uh-huh.
They had a few weeks ago, and I don't know if it's because of the vacation or what, but I just hope the minister of sports can at least come out and at least talk about it. You know, Brian, we was really, really horrible. I'm sorry to say.
The results?
The result was horrible, unfortunate. You know, St. Martin was out there. For people who don't know, Little League is a league of baseball with kids, I think, I'm not sure, between 10 and 13, somewhere there. But it's a big organization worldwide, right? And, you know, Curacao won it. They won it. It was in Curacao. You had Curacao, you had Aruba, Bonaire, St. Martin. You had even Cuba.
Okay.
Yeah, Cuba was really good too. I think it was in the finals. You have, I said San Domingo. You had in the Caribbean.
Okay, very good.
It was very, very good. St. Martin first game was beaten almost 15-0. You know.
Wow.
And Brian, look, I'm not saying that we had to win it or you know, but at least you can see we have a selection out there. You know, we didn't want. I mean, we lose all the games, Brian. All the games we lose. You know, and I'm asking myself, what are we doing? You know, where is it? I was talking to a gentleman some day ago again. You know, in the political arena. You know, part of a SMC party. Christian party.
Okay.
And I was telling him they really have to organize clinics, do something, Brian. You know, Brian, Curacao and St. Martin always had a thing back and forth. You know, they were the sisters, but it's a bittersweet situation. But wherever we do something good or they do something good, we can learn from each other. Whatever association, he said he was explaining, we have a sports department, right? I didn't even know. If you have a sports department here in St. Martin, you know, we have to look at the organization. Okay, our baseball organization is horrible because that's what it is now. It's horrible, you know. Let's go Curacao or call one of these guys in and say, listen, how are you organization is set up? When we lost in Curacao, one of the parents told me that the coach say, boy, they're sorry, the government don't back us. You know, it's not like in Curacao. You know, so when you get those thoughts, what would you think? What's your first? I mean, if you saying as a coach, the government don't back us, that means you knew nothing about it then, or you're not approaching the government to talk to them about these situations then.
Right. They're taking it very seriously. But that's what I was going to say. Here in St. Martin, unfortunately, again, it's the people who's in charge who taking up the responsibility. But they would have it as a fun thing to do. You know, a activity to do. So the Little League here, maybe it's more of let's get the kids together, keep them busy doing something for fun. In Curacao now, their objective is a little different. We want to start the children from small, get them serious because we know Little League is just the beginning.
But that's what I'm telling you, Brian.
So
worldwide,
this,
but I'm telling you, worldwide, it's something
like
serious.
That. Yeah, it is like that.
They go away, they go play this. I mean, bro, TVs, ESPN, all of them, these guys coming to see these perspectives that is growing up, Brian. You know,
it's the organization.
You know, it's something. To me, it's something we have to take it. Like you say, it's like it's a joke. We have to take it serious. It's something very serious.
Yeah, because it is the first step towards getting up there.
And kids start, Brian, in Curacao they start from 3 to 4 years old.
Yeah.
You know, they start from a very young age knowing this sport. You know, and I was talking to the coach because my son plays at Little League at the facility. You know, first thing we have to fix our facility, Brian. It is horrible. You know, and when you hear other individuals say, boy, well, St. Martin is only about money. I mean, come on, man. So that means our youth, they don't have no future then. You know, all we concentrate is on hotels and money left, right. Correct. But Brian, even if you look at it, it's a future investment.
Big time.
Because you see where baseball is going now.
Yeah,
it is a future investment. If your son, because not all of us is made for lawyers and doctors, man.
Correct.
You know, not everybody can be a lawyer.
Right.
Because There's people have to pick up the trash also. The people have to clean up inside the office. And there's also people who have to entertain other people in baseball. Because baseball is a big entertainment league.
Yes, it is.
And it's a big money league. You know, these guys from Curacao signing every other minute. You see the signing for a big team out in abroad.
Yes.
You know, and if you look at it, Brian, it is also how do you call it? Sports tourism.
Yeah.
Look at it in that way. If you're talking about tourism, let's talk about sports tourism then. Sports is something very, very important on our kids.
It makes us, okay, let's draw back. It just makes us look in the mirror and see that it's time we start putting ministers in place or people in place who has the passion for that particular field.
Yes.
Not just a political challenge, mix up, win, okay, we're going to put you here, put you there, put you there. That's where we are, you know. The people in the positions, whatever it's sports, Romy, whatever it is, they have to have a passion for that field so we can see a progress in that particular field. That's what
I want to see somebody pull up the sleeves, bro. You know, come up and let's see what's going on. Set up a big meeting. Hey, let's do this. Go by, approach one of these big guys. Listen, come down here. Let's set up a clinic and call all the kids out and come. Let's see how they see. In Bonaire, Brian, imagine in Bonaire, the baseball was dead, and a guy from Curacao went live there, and then he tried hard to build it up and to build up the game, and they came to the selection.
Okay.
They didn't do too bad.
Okay.
You know, they didn't do too bad. You know, but it's their first time, you know, going.
Okay.
Because it was there too. But they're kids that want to go play. You know, and like you always said, always starts by the parenting. You know, if we just go drop them there and gone, like is a how you say, a school or after school, a daycare.
Yeah.
If we can't take our time, you know, on Sundays, I just go with my son Charlie and ball with him, you know, because I realize he liked the game.
Good.
And it's only Saturdays he just goes. So I asked the coach, I said, listen, my son likes the game and he wants to come more. The coach said, yeah, well, they're busy with, he told me they're busy with the selection, you know, because they had to go to the selection. I said, okay, every day.
Okay.
Brian, I had a young one in left field, you know, all the balls used to go with him. All of them he didn't catch one of them. Not one of them he couldn't catch.
Wow.
You know, and
you're seeing the lack of seriousness when it comes to the training.
Exactly, the lack of seriousness, because Brian.
But let's not show the previous people under the bus either, because I'm sure there's someone out there listening right now and saying, but they don't know. I tried this, and I tried that. I went to government for this. I went. It's our government who's dropping the ball.
I agree with you. I agree
you understand? Because there's people out there, they have the passion for it, they organize, they waste their time, and they go out, get the parents, get the sponsors, uniforms, whatever it is, and they really do try. But then when they go to certain departments, they get to run around. You understand? So again, we need to encourage the people to keep trying, but at the same time, like I said, we need the right people in the positions to allow the process to move forward. You need the right people, whether it's the minister, from the minister come down, his organization, they really have to have that passion to say, listen here, when I get in there, I'm in there now, this is my 5-year plan, 4-year plan, and this is what I want to see really happen.
They need somebody to represent
run with it.
Take it on,
because sometimes it seems that they're more responsible and thinking about the other bigger projects around them. You understand? But they're seeing this is the beginning. This is the structure, like you say, the little league. There's where it starts.
That's where it starts, brother.
There's where it starts.
I'm smart.
And I don't see when we gonna understand that's happening, because Curacao is right there, Aruba is right there. When we gonna see the importance of it? We just watching the late children as it is now, but when they get adults, many big major league stars from Curacao right now.
A lot of them, boy, it's like a
trend now. Exactly, it's a trend.
It's a trend. It's like a normal thing.
But it didn't begin now. It began even from before that. Because when I was going to school, you were saying, boy, it's best you go Curacao. Curaçao's way in St. Martin you would hear, oh yeah, you're gonna have some scouts, come check your baseball, football, whatever it is. But in Curacao, them places, they're there for sure.
Yeah. Brian,
they're making things happen.
I see when I was in Curacao, I remember, Brian, you're gonna see kids fighting to get on the selection team. So when they get, the ones what get there
Yeah.
is the top of the top.
Yeah.
And they had, Curacao had two teams. They had one Pariba and one Pabao.
Mhm.
You know, again, Brian, St. Martin, we are powerful in our tourism, in bringing tourism, in business.
Yeah.
You can see that, but we have to focus also, no, we have to make the kids a priority also.
Yeah.
Make them a priority. Brian, and all I just be very busy, but I just make sure, take my time. Monday, Wednesday, my son goes to Raoul Village, and Saturday, he goes to Little League 9 to 11. And I just try my best sometimes to stay to watch him, because he loves when you stay and watch him play.
Nice.
He feels good.
Yeah.
So I just make my time for that, because this time, brother, you just have to make it.
Yes, that's it.
You just have to make it.
That's
so
it.
You put your stuff in each other, and then I'll be like, listen, Monday, this is the time I pick up my son and drop him. If you're coming by my office, check me after 6. If you're coming in the morning, check me between 10 and 12.
Prioritize.
You have to prioritize. Yeah. So that means our government too can sit down and decide, listen, you know what we're going to do? We can't get this thing good. Let me call one of these guys from Curacao and lead them sit down there and say, listen, I want you to explain me, how are you set up this structure? Because I know it's not easy. It's not going to take us, it's going to take us a couple of years, because it's not 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere, Brian. You have to start somewhere, and you have to build it up. Sports, bro, forget about St. Martin and Curacao. All over the world, even the United States, sports is a part of a youth's development.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Correct.
It's a part of their development. You have to have them in sport. Like I was just telling you, Brian, not all of us is made for doctors and lawyers. If you put your son into a sport and you see him playing and he's loving it, and maybe he's not so powerful in school, that's where you gotta be. You won't bring him out of school, but you leave him go to school, and you leave him do his sports also.
Right.
And then when you see him climbing up, it's gonna clinch.
You have to open the doors for him.
The door's gonna open somewhere for him. Again, Curacao was a country that it was never really known on the map, Brian. Usually when you see it, when you ask somebody where's Curacao, when I used to go away and tell them Curacao, and tell them next to Aruba, they know one time.
Okay.
But now, people are really knowing Curacao, because when they're watching baseball, remember there's millions of people that follow baseball.
Yeah.
When they follow it and they see, let's say Jonathan Scope playing, and they ask him where you're from, and most of the time it's very interesting, because they just ask them what kind of language you speak, and then when they tell them Papimento, people are really listening, because they will understand that it's different languages. It was a slavery language. It was a dialect, so people will be like, wow, that's, and Americans, it's very interesting. So when you speak Spanish, they jump up. It's interesting. So if you telling me you speak Papimento also, and in Curacao they speak a lot of languages, and you telling me you speak Papimento too, they'll be like, wow, serious? And then you explain them about it. And then these guys, when they go away, they're proud to tell people where they're from.
Of course.
A little island called Curacao. And this same gentleman, his father was a coach in Curacao. In Curacao they have a whole system set up that this amount of money goes for them, and who get a salary, and we expect this from you.
Right.
We expect this from you. This is our children. From Brian, believe it or not, from 13, 14 years old, Brian, coaches, coaches, how you call these guys is?
Scouts?
Scouts just be watching these boys,
Okay.
From a very young age, you just look at them, say, boy, they're styling there. Sometimes they even approach the parents for them to sign them from a young age.
You're looking for the young ones to mold them.
That's
what it's about. You get them young and you mold them into, the great player that
and sometimes, Brian, they bring them out young because it is, how do you say? Let me say it blatantly. It is cheaper for them. Because when they get them at an older age, for example, and they already signed for a team, it is more expensive.
Okay.
But if they work on them from small, they can drive them into a cheaper contract.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They have a young guy, he's from Venezuela, he plays in Atlanta now, Acuna. They signed him for 100 million, about, I think it was 8 years. Believe it or not, had people are saying, that's cheap. He could have get more. But since there was the first team that signed him, and
Yeah.
sometimes when you go in the first team, you start to feel at home, and they mold you like you say, and they teach you, you change your way of batting, you change your way of feeling. There's certain things that you improve right there,
Okay.
and they drive you in a contract. And let's say, for example, your agent tell you, boy, it's not a bad deal, go for it. But again, you don't have to leave the money only drive you. You know,
Right.
because sometimes the money does put you in trouble too.
Right.
I remember Andrew Jones when he left Atlanta Braves. He had got a big chunk of money from LA Dodgers, and what happened? Atlanta couldn't pay him no more because the money was too high. He got really expensive. He got really good, and the money was really high, and they said they couldn't afford it.
Wow.
And when he went to Dodgers, he signed it, but as soon as he stepped there, all his stats went behind. He couldn't feel no more. He couldn't bat no more.
Wow.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He was saying maybe he couldn't get comfortable in the city. You know, it was different from Atlanta. All of that plays a role sometimes. You know, sometimes it's in Atlanta maybe it's more hot. LA does get cold. There's a lot of different things. Factors. Maybe you don't feel at home. And then, but it's this money you sign now. You're gonna have to see what you're gonna do because it's a chunk of money you signed for.
Wow.
You know, there's a lot of money in this game, Brian.
Yes.
But you have to work for it.
Yes.
You have to work for it, and the parents have to dedicate their children.
It's a serious sacrifice.
It's
to train.
something serious.
Yeah.
It's not a joke
Yeah.
like before no more.
Serious
It is
sacrifice.
serious business. Like they say, it's serious business. And if you get your son to work, and most of the time, Brian, when these guys become successful, when their parents behind them, they appreciate their parents. They buy a nice home for them, make them comfortable.
Yeah, correct.
But it's just that it has to start from home, and our government have to set up a system for the sports. And I'm sure, like you always tell me, Brian, if you ask them anything, you ask them, they'll say, "Boy, we have money for that." And what you just say, but it's money for everything else.
Everything else, yeah. Where the money going?
Like you say, everything is millions.
Yeah, big time.
Everything is
But you
millions.
made a great point though. The system is already there in Curacao.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing the proof of the pudding.
Exactly.
We're seeing the outcome. We're seeing the results. It's already there. And if we say we're kingdom partners and we have, colleagues on the other side of the water, reach out. Show some other people you're serious about their children education. Show them you're serious about your country, and you'll be the difference maker in bringing the system here.
Exactly.
That's what we need. That's what I'm saying. We need a minister. We need the people in power who are passionate about the issues.
Set up a structure.
It is.
Like you say, set up a structure. Because maybe they might say, yeah, you put everything on the minister. No, the minister he has the power to set up a structure.
Yeah.
He has the power to call them guys and say, what kind of structure we have now?
No, we need it.
Look at the facilities, Brian. When I went to, I don't know how far it is, when I go after August long and see all the lights are mashed up since the hurricane.
Which one, Raul?
Not Rahul.
Yeah.
The one across government building, by Carnival Village.
Okay.
Little League.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it is in a state, and we gotta get coaches, Brian. You gotta get coaches, and even sometimes, Brian, even when you get dedicated to something, you can learn a lot. Go on YouTube, learn how to teach the kids how to bat, how to feel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. We need to work on. Like you told me back in your day. What about swimming, Brian? What about
Swimming is there. I'm not sure how it is right now, but I know each school back then had a program, especially for swimming lesson and swim compete and stuff like that. I don't know about the facilities that we have for that.
By Rahul we have
Rahul, yes, Rahul used to have. I don't know if it's still there. Yeah. There was one of the place. Yeah. And of course, they utilize places maybe like Belia Center.
Yes. And your son now, he's in football mostly.
Football, loves football. He actually, a couple of weeks back, he actually was on a cruise.
Wow.
Playing different islands. He came
Oh,
back.
really?
Yeah. But just like you said, they got licks. They got blows. But he went with his friend, the selection team, and they traveled, they had fun, and they played Aruba, different places.
Okay.
And coming up.
On a cruise it was.
On a cruise, and they went different places. So he takes it very seriously. And this weekend.
They didn't win?
No, they didn't win, unfortunately. But he's good, very good, very good.
Okay.
And there's some scouts now that they are looking at him.
Wow.
They're seeing what he's capable of. And then, it's just about practicing and playing. And this weekend coming up, I believe they're going to the US actually for a week to play against different teams as well.
What team is he in?
I can't give you. I think I can't give the
Swaliga?
So I think it's the Swaliga.
Okay.
Yeah. When it comes to soccer, my wife, that's a soccer mom right there. That's a soccer mom. She does everything with him when it comes to that. You know, my hours late in the night, I still working
Yeah,
at the store,
yeah.
10:30, whatnot. So he would have games.
How old
That's
is your
at 7
son now?
p.m. 15.
Okay.
So he would have games 7 p.m. at Raoul Village. She would
Okay.
go drop him, sometimes stay, watch the games. But she's a soccer mom. You know, she loves that.
That's great.
And she loves the sport. You know,
Yeah,
for me, I
yeah.
love basketball.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I
he's
love
doing
both
good.
of them, bro. I
He's
love
doing good, he's
baseball.
doing
That's really good. you know?
Yeah.
That's
So
really
you got to
good.
keep encouraging them.
But Brian, you know what is really good? Where is he going for school now? He's what is
Right now
it?
in MPC.
MPC. What he's gonna do after? You don't know.
His field, of course, right now we want him to be business administration.
Okay.
You know, but in his mindset, he wants to be a professional football player.
No, but that's what I'm
You know?
saying. Where does he want to go? Holland, the US, Curacao? You don't know.
Preferably Holland because he's in a Dutch system.
Okay.
In Dutch
Oh
schools.
yes, he's
Yeah,
in a Dutch
yeah, so
system. He's
preferably-
in a Dutch system.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
preferably
because
Holland.
you know sometimes, Brian, there are even how you go certain, for example, certain teams in the US might they'll tell you come to I don't know the name, like a practice to see how good are you, and if they say boy he's on a level, and they will talk to you guys to see what you can work out because you don't know, like you say you want to become a professional soccer player, so maybe he has a dream.
Yeah.
You know, that is his dream.
Yeah.
You know, that is his dream, and you mustn't how you say discourage him because if that's his dream. But of course, he has to go. School is very important. You know, because there's different guys in Kurosawa, so their mother always told them, please go to school.
Yeah,
also,
that's the
because anything
foundation.
can happen.
Yeah.
You can break a hip, you can break a knee, whatever. Anything can happen. You know.
That's a foundation right there.
You know. But reach a time there, man.
Yeah, you're over time. Yeah.
Overtime. Look at Hurricane here. But anyhow, Sir Martin, Brian, I would like to thank all the people who's listening to us, bro. Because we have a lot of people out there listening to our program every Sunday, waiting for 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the senior, shout out to our people in St. Martin. I hope this program was really productive. And as I say, St. Martin, let's try and build our youths. St. Martin, thank you, Brian.
Very good, well said. Let's reiterate for the people that are out there, you know. Your children, as we always say, are the future, but it's up to you to create that future for them and help them get that foundation, you know. You see they really love a sport, mold them into it, you know. Keep them off of the streets, put them in positive environments, you know. Find a right coach, a right mentor for them. You know, it's the schoolwork, like we say, academics are great, but we have a lot of children out there, they are passionate about a certain sport. And you have to find that passion because in the end and in the long run, it benefits them, it also benefits you. And sport tourism is St. Martin. We keep talking about it, but we want to see it. We want to see things happen. So St. Martin people, that's our time for today. We thank you for yours, and remember, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose because time waits on no one. Till next time, strictly business.